Now this is a nice little fruiting of oyster mushrooms. This is another delicious edible mushroom, and it's really easy to identify. It usually has this either a cream color to a brown cap, but they're shelf-like, and they don't really have a stipe or a stem, or not much of one. Sometimes they can, but in most cases it's very short or doesn't exist at all. Let me see, I'll take one of these off here so you can see that. And they have this beautiful white gills underneath it. So this mushroom is always found on dead wood. It's a wood eater kind of mushroom. It's either found directly on a log or a standing dead tree like this one, or even sometimes you'll find them which appears to be coming up out of just the dirt, but if you dig down below you'll see that there's some buried wood there, and they are growing up from that. It's a delicious edible mushroom. It smells good. It's actually so delicious and so popular that it's actually commercially grown, and very popular. You can find this in the stores. I think I might, I wasn't planning on cooking in the woods today, so I don't have all the stuff that I need, but I'm thinking about taking some of these home and then take some of these. Yeah, and they're very clean. A lot of times they have lots of bugs underneath, but in this case they're pretty good. So that's a nice little handful of oyster mushrooms. I'm so glad I found these because I didn't have anything planned for dinner tonight, so that's gonna be a nice little treat. One of the things I find interesting about this mushroom is that it's like it pops up right after the rain, you know, like whereas some mushrooms, it rains and then you can expect maybe like 4 or 5, maybe a week or so, mushrooms start popping up. But this mushroom seems to pop up like the next day. It's amazing. Where there were no oyster mushrooms the day before, all of a sudden they're there. So that's pretty cool. So we had some rain yesterday, so yeah, thank you oyster mushrooms, thank you rain. Pretty cool. Hey everybody, well we're back home, and I wanted to cook up some of those beautiful oyster mushrooms that we found today. So I've already cleaned them up. I have them in a bowl right here. So I basically I soaked these in salt water, and then I rinsed them off and I cleaned them out really good. Now they can tend to be a little bit buggy, and these were really clean, but actually I found quite a few little beetles and things in there, so I just filled the sink with water and with salt water, and I cleaned them really good, and then I chopped them up into smaller bite-sized pieces. So that's what I have here. I'm going to make a oyster mushroom po' boy today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our mushrooms soaking in some milk. For that I have milk, little Tabasco sauce, and some seasoning here. This is just salt, pepper, and cayenne pepper. For that, I'm going to make a quick remoulade sauce to put on the sandwich. This time I'm going to make a green onion remoulade. So for that, I have the green onions, of course, mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, capers, lime juice, and then I'll also add a little bit of the seasoning and the Tabasco sauce. And after that, we will fry up our oyster mushrooms. For that, I have some. This is just a store-bought breading mix. I like this brand. It tastes really good. It's really well seasoned. But it's just cornmeal and flour and seasonings, which you could make yourself, so no big deal. Over here on the stove, I have my pot, and that just has canola oil in it. And then when we're finished frying up our mushrooms, we're going to build our sandwich. For that, I have our rolls, bread and butter pickles, iceberg lettuce, tomato, and I have a little lime here. Okay, let's get started. First I want to get my mushroom soaking in some milk. Buttermilk would be good too. I'm just using regular milk here because this is what I have. A little milk. Some of our seasoning. And some Tabasco sauce. Okay. We're just going to let those soak and get our remoulade ready. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our mayonnaise. A little mayonnaise. Then some Dijon mustard. A little blop of that. We have our capers here, so I just want to kind of rough chop these capers here. Okay, and we'll get those in there. And then our scallions right here. Just give them another little rough chop. They don't have to be really fine. I actually like this to be kind of chunky, so I'm just going to put them in like that, just like that. A little squeeze of lime here, a little squeeze of lime, shot of Tabasco sauce once again, and maybe just a little bit more of our spice mixture here, and then we're going to get that ready. Now remoulade is a delicious sauce, very similar to tartar sauce, and it's traditional to put with a po' boy sandwich. Now there's a million different recipes. You can add, lots of different stuff in there, but I'm trying to keep it simple today, and I really want the flavors of the scallions, the green onions, to shine through to add that element to the sandwich. Now I'm just waiting for my oil to come up to temperature. In the meantime, I split open my rolls and I put them in the toaster oven, which are right there. They're actually about ready to come out. Anyway, they're there, right there. Normally I would use a larger French bread roll. Of course, I'm out in the country here and I'm left to the mercy of what I can find at small stores and the gas station. So now it's time to bread our oyster mushrooms. They've been soaking in the milk and spices here, and I'm just going to put some of them into our cornmeal mixture here. Get them coated nicely. I'll bring this over here by the stove. Check our oil. Oh yeah, looks like it's pretty close, so let me wash my hands. So we're going to put our oyster mushrooms into the oil. pretty good, nice and crispy. I said that batter, even though it's store-bought, is really good. So we'll get these here. There they are. Wow, those oyster mushrooms look beautiful. They're super crispy, and you know, if there were any bugs left in there, I just fried the shit out of them. We're going to build our sandwich. Okay. I'm just going to build one today, just for the video anyway. I'll probably eat 2 of them, but for our roll, we're going to put our nice good amount of the remoulade in here. Don't be shy with the remoulade. And then a little bit of chopped iceberg lettuce. And then I'm going to put some couple slices of tomato. On this side I have some, I don't know if I mentioned this before, I have some bread and butter pickles. I'm going to put a couple of those on there. And then our oyster mushrooms in here. I'll put a smaller one in there, just like that. And then I'll set that there. A little bit more lettuce for the top there. And then I still have some lime, so a little squeeze of lime on top of that. Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to get into that. Oh my, this looks delicious. This is right up my alley. And the only thing it might need is maybe another little shot of Tabasco, but other than that, it looks perfect. Now, see if I can eat it, see if I can get my mouth around this. Actually, look at that. Wow, wow. Now, the bread's nice and soft. I'm at a loss for words. It's so good. Now the oyster mushrooms are perfectly crispy with a little soft center, just like an oyster would. The bread's really nice. The remoulade just like jumps right out. You can taste the scallion, that lime juice in there. It's got a little kick to it. The bread and butter pickles in there give it a nice little tang. Oh man, it's so good. Oyster mushroom po' boy. If you can get oyster mushrooms, and you can buy them in the store, make this sandwich. I mean, seriously, make this sandwich. Oh. And if I didn't know this was vegetarian, I would have no idea. It is so flavorful. There's so many textures and flavors and different elements in here. I mean, the Poboy sandwich is one of my all-time favorite sandwiches anyway. But the fact that this is vegetarian and has so many levels, so many elements, it's just so tasty. That is so good. Well, that was fun. If you like this video, please please subscribe. That always helps our channel a lot. And please leave a comment in the comment section. That helps us too. Thanks for following along. And if you like these fun recipes, there's going to be a whole heck of a lot more. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.